You're locked into the Womanora Crush Wednesday podcast, the only weekly podcast inspiring, educating, motivating 1 million women entrepreneurs one Wednesday at a time. The WCW podcast is fueled by the Purpose Formula: passion plus purpose plus profit equals success. And here are your hosts, Jen and Modi.
Hey crushes, you are here with us tonight on this Tea Time episode 45.
Yep.
And today this evening, our topic is called Queenin. And what we really want to it's going to be a quick mini-sode. What we really want to talk about is this phenomenon, hashtag, saying, slang, whatever you want to call it, called queening, which, I'm sure everybody's familiar with this term. And sometimes people put it as a substitute for slaying. Sometimes people put it as a term of endearment, acknowledgement, respect, or, something like a round of applause for this person or themselves. And we just kind of want to say what it means, the definition that's found via Google, and then just talk about what we think it is.
Okay, so under Pinterest, of course, I found queening, and it says here that it's the act of tastefully embracing your individuality, leading by example, living as a muse, an advocate of limitless possibilities.
So the first thing that stands out is tasteful to me, because if we just would go on Instagram right now and we put in hashtag queening, I think maybe about 85% of what comes up in that search is not going to be tasteful. What do you think?
I agree. When I think of queening, all of this is how it should be. And when I think of someone that's queening, when I think of a queen anyway, I always think of women, intellectual women anyway, like intellectual women that I follow, that I know, and, in my circle, things like that. Like Michelle Obama is queening.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Michelle Obama.
Oprah,
Debbie Allen.
Yes.
So for me, when I think of this, this term wasn't invented in the 80s. I don't remember when we were calling it or a substitute back then. But when I think, or early 90s, when I think of this term, and I think of even from back in the day, what is my first image of somebody that's queening? For me, I'm going with Felicia Rashad.
I concur.
And for her, even on and off the Cosby Show, it just was like she just has this
regal,
majestic,
positive. Magic. She's an amazing woman.
This
so
vibe that it's like her crown and it never slips.
Right. And now that's the meaning of queening. However, in reality TV, or what kind of reality some people are living these days in 2017, queening is
twerking,
or matter of fact, I saw this picture that happened to come across. I can't even remember, but it was this girl. She had a picture of a cake in her hand and 19, like balloons, 19, and it had like devil spikes on it. with the cake in her hand and like half of the cake like on the side of her. She was half naked, and I'm just like, you're queening, right?
That's queening.
That's queening to some of these people. That's crazy to me.
Every picture is a butt pose or some kind of something.
And that's sad.
And that's queening. And so it's almost like, I mean, I still use the term because I'm thinking of it in these positive ways, but it's almost like you kind of really don't even want to use it because it's so watered down now.
Right. It's not.
That it doesn't carry that same weight, you know?
I agree. And honestly speaking, when you think of a queen, you know, not even queen but when you think of a queen, you know, a lot of us women think of our moms, you know, our mothers, especially maybe single mothers that raised, you know, a house full of children, and the children went without. That's queening. You know, that's a queen. I mean, although in the majestic life, a queen just sits pretty and everything just happens, you know, that's the majestic life. But in reality, you know, like Claire Huxtable, Felicia Rashad, you know, Oprah, they went through something to get there. You know, they went through a process to get there, but they also didn't like muster themselves, you know, like they didn't.
Yeah, there's so much grace there, and
yes.
There's so much like of course everybody has issues and problems and
right.
stuff like that. We don't hear these people being dragged business in the street,
right?
Just looking trashy or whatever. I mean, and to me, that's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it's about. Like,
and I know.
Now people, I don't want to be negative, but now it's like the queening or the people who's queens or whatever, the people are lifting up and, you know, holding in high respect or high regard is just, you know, like reality TV people.
Right.
Or, I mean, there's no substance to what people consider a queen or
mm-hmm.
the word itself,
mm-hmm.
queen.
Mm-hmm.
It's like there's no substance anymore.
You know, the word queen, I don't know. I just feel like, you know, I kind of want to say it's not a race thing, but it is in a sense, because I think of a queen, I think of, you know, a beautiful black woman, you know, in front of me. That's who I think about when I think of a queen. You know, my mother, my aunts, you know, women that have inspired me. Those are women that are queens to me. I noticed when I looked under Instagram and I looked under Queenin, I saw mostly African American women. You know, like you said, Jen, you know, you see, you know, just off-brand pictures. These not Queenin, not even hashtag Queenin, you know, pictures, really, so to speak.
You know, when you think about it, like going into what you just said, I really don't hear any other race of people that say that to each other.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so it really is supposed to be a positive term. I don't really see any other group, race, whatever, that will refer to each other and be like, oh yeah, you know, queening, or she's a queen, or whatever, except for us. So, you know, I feel like if we started it off in a positive way,
we should always have it in a positive way,
right? In term of upliftment and, you know, respect and endearment, then it should continue. Like, we should just uphold it like that.
I agree. So, are you queening or not?
Yeah, check yourself. Check your Instagram.
Right. Are you really putting out positive things there? You know,
respectable, tasteful, like I said, leadership, muse, which means people look up to you for you inspire people type of
hmm
thing.
right.
So
An advocate of
no,
limitless possibilities.
let's reflect on our own selves and see if we are actually living up to what the term is supposed to be.
I agree. I agree. I agree. So Mother's Day is coming up. Mother's Month. We start our Mother's Month next month, May. We are excited to bring you some really, really good interviews for the month of May. Hope it all turns out well. It's a Friday. It's tea time. Tired.
Mother's Month is going to be a little bit different, but we will still be bringing it to you guys. And we are very excited to talk to some mompreneurs.
Yes, some very creative women out there. You really want to hear these stories.
Yeah, it was a big campaign for us last year, and
yes,
hope that you guys will enjoy it this year as well.
Yes, we had some awesome women last year. Awesome women last year, and this year we're bringing it on strong as well, with some really awesome ladies to speak with and to really hear their stories. And I hope, I really hope that what we do give out, what we do, put out there, it really inspires and motivates whoever is listening tonight or tomorrow, whenever you listen to us. I hope it does motivate you to do something. Get up and do something. Everyone is unique. You have your own God-given talent. And don't think that just because someone is being a freelance photographer that you couldn't do that as well. If you're looking to podcast, do it. If that's what you want to do, if it inspires you to do it, do it. Nothing should stop you from doing it. If you put it in front of you, it's a goal for you. You should, keep going. Keep going until it's done, really.
Yep, I definitely agree. So, hope you found some inspiration and words of wisdom on what we've said tonight, some gems, and cheers to the weekend. Hope you guys have a good weekend. Happy Friday. And that's it.
Cheers.